on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in it. Oh man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing. Yup, that's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
What's up, grinders? How you doing out there, grinders? There's a little microphone flub over there, but fixed it. How's everybody doing? It is Monday night gaming grindhouse style. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a great weekend, and we are rocking here at the Gaming Grindhouse. It has been a PS5 Pro weekend, and there's not a lot of topics. There's just a couple of little news drops here and there, but then not a lot. I just want to talk about the PlayStation Pro and talking about Janky Jones. Those are two big topics this night. Like, that's about it, because I think there's a lot to talk about with both those topics. And then we had some PlayStation sales. But yeah, talk about some of my experience with it. Trying to drop a new Janky Jones song. So we're definitely going to hit that goal here. I'm going to put the goal up here for Janky Jones. We're going to have a new Janky Jones song. You have the Gaming Grindhouse with a new stock goal. I put it up there. So how's everybody doing? Hopefully, you know, if you did get the Pro, if you enjoyed it over the weekend. I'm feeling a little under the weather today. To be honest, it's been a wild weekend, and I don't know if it's the weather, the allergies, something that I ate. I have no clue. But it is just I'm gonna power through tonight because I'm just like I was about to call it. I was about to call it, but I was like, no. I got to talk. I got a lot of stuff I was excited to talk about, and a lot of things that came up over the weekend. With on the news and stuff like that. So I definitely wanted to address those things and talk about it. And then the Janky Jones and the Great Ass. Oh, oops, that's what we call here. Janky Jones and we call it Janky Jones and the
Great Ass.
There it is. We'll cover that. They had a 14-minute, man, they've been showing tons of that game. 14-minute deep dive in that. So shout out to everybody as you're coming on in here. Hit that like button, subscribe to the Gaming Grindhouse. We're about 40 people short of 3,000 grinders. I can't believe it that we're almost at that. That's right. Give me a cold. I don't know, man. I just I don't know, man. I don't know. I tried that kayak VR today, and I was in it for about 15 minutes, and man, my stomach is in knots. So I don't know, man. That game is a beautiful looking game, that kayak VR, but for me, it does not work with me. I get in there, and I don't know if it's the water effects. I tried it sitting down and standing up because I wanted to see, the impression of it, and I just put that on, and dude, I did that probably around 4:00, and I'm 4:30, 5 o'clock, and my stomach is like in knots right now. I'm just like, yeah, and I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, it's like that weird feeling. But yeah, that game, it's beautiful. It's incredible, and it's pro enhanced. But that game, I had 15 minutes in it when I first got it, and that was one of the first games I tried. And again, I haven't done the PSVR 2 in a while because I haven't had my PSVR, so it probably wasn't the best game to jump back into and try it. But yeah, now, I am good, not really good. So I'm sipping water. I took some Pepto. We'll see how it goes. Powering through this grind. It's powering through here. But yes, what's up, everybody coming on in here? Twisted Sin, how you doing? Log Hog, Robert Lance, Satya, the whole slate, Taran, Neil, Killer, Ron M, Jim D, Sumashem. What's up, man? How you doing? Hey, how's everybody doing? Sweet Willie, Harry Tran in the house, and Patient Fire. Nick, what's up? Hit that like button as you're coming on in here. I know, Log Hog. That's the thing. I got to build my legs. I should have jumped into something a little different. But again, one of the, and we'll get into the PlayStation Pro stuff. But one of the things is that that VR 2, not a lot of games got upgraded for the Pro, which I'm very surprised. Be one discussion topic, criticism things when we get through it. But there wasn't a lot of games, so it was 2. And that was one of them. So, yeah, exactly. Shout out to Ron M. That's right, Ron M.
25. It's coming.
With 5 gifted gaming grinders, baby. There it is. Thank you so much, Ron M. I really appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you for the VIP membership. It's for harder than the internet. Thank you for the VIP membership. It's for harder than the internet. It's for harder than the feeling it.
25. It's coming.
One of the things I wanted to show, I thought, we'll break the ice. We'll before we get into our topics of PlayStation sales, and then again, I'm not going to talk too much about the sales, just some of the quotes that went on and some of the things. But, dude, everybody's like, well, where does this come from? Where does this come from? Right? Where does this come from?
Great Circle is on PlayStation 25. It's coming.
Speaking of Janky Jones, I'm going to show you where this came from and how he became a golden member on the Grinds board as the meme of the Grinds, because that's what we do here. We take funny things and put them on here.
Breakfast to go. You're going to love my nuts. Watch this.
Watch this. So where does it come from? It comes from the Janky Jones reveal, Grinders, and I'm showing the wrong, oh my goodness, what are we doing here? I am showing the wrong display because I was doing my other one. Hold on. Now I'm showing the wrong displays. You guys see that? Hold on, I fixed the right one. What is going on here? This one, why is it not showing that one? Try ginger ale. Oh yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll do that. But I don't know, man. That bubbly shit. Oh, the bubbly. There we go. Found that. Fixed it now. So where did that come from, dude? It came from the Janky Jones reveal. There it is. Just watch it. It's pretty ass funny. Where's it come from? Oh man, my sound is all janked up. The Janky Jones. Hold on, let me fix it. Make sure it's coming through my headphones so you guys can hear. Because I had it all set up when I was doing that massive. By the way, if you need any updates on the PlayStation 5 Pro, I did a full, Frogs and I did a full day one breakdown of the whole thing. I upgraded it live in front of everybody. I added the disk drive. I added the SSD. We both unboxed it. I unboxed mine, then Frog did his via Grindscam, and then I booted it up and we did a whole show the dashboard and went through a couple of games. So go check that out for the full onboarding of your PS5 Pro. And even if you don't have it now, basically, you know, when you get it, it shows you exactly. I went through everything live, raw and uncut. Pause on that one. Here we go. I just wanted to show this one, just so you know, people. Like, you know, we get a lot of new members here, and people want to know.
25. It's coming on PlayStation. Great circle.
Where does it come from? Well, right here. This is where it came from. Let's listen to how it came down in the order of memeness. Here we go.
December the 9th. No PlayStation.
There you have it, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is coming out this December for Xbox, Game Pass, and PC.
No PlayStation, bitches! That's how it started, this is how it ended.
But there is one more thing that Machine Games and Bethesda wanted to share with you about Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Let's go!
The game's coming to PlayStation 5 in spring of 2025.
It's coming!
All right, before we wrap up O&L, we do have one final game announcement for you.
It's
Check
coming!
this out.
I knew it.
I knew it. I knew it. Oh, I don't want that again. Oh, man.
December the 9th. No PlayStation.
There you have it, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is coming out this December for Xbox, Game Pass, and PC. But there is one more thing that Machine Games and Bethesda wanted to share with you about Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Let's go!
The game's coming to PlayStation 5 in spring of 2025.
It's coming!
All right, before we wrap up, we do have one final game announcement for you.
It's coming!
Great Circle.
Oh, man. Here it's coming. There it is, guys. It's oh, and the reason why I brought it up again because you know there's been a lot of stuff going. Not Phil Spencer to go, but there's been a lot of stuff, dude. Again, whoever this guy is, man, meme of the year.
If they showed Space Marine 2 and it was running at 40 FPS on the PS5 Pro, oh my god, what type of a presentation would that have been? And they clearly know it. So there's some foolhardery going on here.
He's at that 40. Oh, man.
I will not rest until you lie dead at my feet.
25.
It's coming!
Great Circle.
Bitches!
December.
The L's.
Great ass!
Somebody gotta play this guy, the Mad Booty Blues.
The Mad Booty Blues probably has gone cold and you made Xbox lose their way with Halo. Stinky tears and spreading gold, trash finger strikes again. Yeah, blue. Poppy has gone cold and he made Xbox lose their way with Halo.
Great ass!
Oh, damn. There it is. There it is. Eddie Mush. Another Eddie Mush of gaming. Whatever it just it just goes the craziness that people spread on the interwebs is absolutely insane. Like, they're biased. Like, they really believe some of the stuff that's coming out of their mouths. Eddie Mush from the Bronx Tale. Don't put him in the bathroom. Don't let his face look at my face. Put him in the bathroom. If Eddie Mush says, I bet on this, you don't bet on it. The guy is like, oh, if they show this, it's not coming to PlayStation. Like, the complete opposite. The thing is the stuff that people just, like, the pure craziness for the PS5 Pro that exists within the Xbox players or whatever they are on Twitter, the social influencers. PC guys are, they're in a bind too, but mostly the Xbox guys that went over to PC are the ones that they're trying to fight for their life right now. The Xbox refugees, we call them. The ones that realize that Xbox don't give a crap about the console anymore, and they said, oh, well, I'll go to PC and cap for Xbox over there. That's basically what they are. Aaron's one of them. See, he's in the chat. It's like, oh, I'm still winning, but I'm winning behind a different curtain. But it's just, I told you, predicted back in January that if Microsoft did not have a response for the Pro, it would be disastrous. It would be
You're my number one
a
customer.
travesty. It would be...
It was a disaster, Ryan. It was a train wreck. It was a disaster, Ryan.
And it has been that. Because there's no response at all from Microsoft at all to address. No update to a Series X. No update to the operating system or the capabilities, the secret sauce. Nothing. They just sat down and just let this thing ride. Black Ops supporting it, all these games, and they didn't even have a project bullshit to talk about. And I mentioned this before so many times, that Microsoft tried to pacify what Sony was doing by coming up with project names, Project Scarlet, Project Scorpio. It was a way for them to announce what they're working on so that at least they had something in response to when the PlayStation comes out, or the PlayStation Pro, or the PS5. Microsoft had a Project Scarlet ready before PlayStation 5, a year before the PlayStation 5 was even an existence. Publicly shared Project Scarlet and was talking about it. And it was named at the Game Awards. Project Scorpio was to pacify the PlayStation 4 Pro. They announced the E3, the Project Scorpio, when PlayStation had a Pro and VR lined up for the holidays. But they were like, we have a more powerful, we're leapfrogging that. They had some sort of carrot. This is the first time we've ever seen that Microsoft just gave them the red carpet, the green carpet, and just said, hey, son, here you go. We got nothing. We don't have any response. We have no project name. You know, we have no project. We have Project Latitude, but we have nothing to just show. So they're left out in the cold right now. They're left in the cold. No, what's hilarious is you could see how quickly Call of Duty just went right back into its place, right? A week later, Call of Duty just did what it did. That Call of Duty on Game Pass really fizzled out pretty quick, don't you think? I think so. In the news and the media, like, it launched in Game Pass, and then we heard about it for that weekend, and that was about it. It's like, yep, yeah, that's it. Then Call of Duty just now fell right into its traditional Call of Duty players. And that's it. Call of Duty on Game Pass ain't the big deal anymore. What happened? Like, you know, oh my God, like, yeah, engagement and stuff like that, but like the whole hype of it is just like, yeah, okay. That was, for the amount of time we spoke about the $80 billion for a whole goddamn year, man, that fizzled out real quick. I thought I'll be seeing all over goddamn milk cartons and everything. Call of Duty and Game Pass, go get it. But it really did. Leech, like, is it just me? But I feel like the all the stuff. It will, Aaron. It will. Because that's the other thing. I'm talking about the PlayStation Pro. You think it's over. Like, you think the Pro is done, like, over the weekend, like, and that's it? The hype is done? Oh, no. I told you the train is leaving the station, dude. Get ready. Because every new game that gets announced, every new game that comes out will most likely have support for the PS5 Pro. So it's never going to die. It's going to be that ding, ding, ding. It's going to be that ting in your ear every single time. Every time a new game comes out, every time a new game releases, here's the Pro. This is what the Pro's doing. This is what the Pro's doing. Side by side, this is what the Pro's doing. This is the Pro's. Every day you're going to be reminded of this system. That's why I said the fact that Microsoft don't have a project name to pacify the wrath of comparisons that are coming. And I'm not talking about comparing to PC and all. I'm talking about console comparisons. What's on store shelves right now. Now, I'm not talking about comparisons to PC. I'm not talking about 5090s at $1,500, $1,700 and require new power supplies. No. I'm talking about what's on store shelves. You know, the big three. And it is going to happen every single time a game comes out. Every single multiplat. It is going to be always the worst place to play. Just like they already had the worst place to play. Now they're going to be the really worst place to play. And that's the fact that's going to happen. It's not going to die down. I thought Call of Duty was going to go wild carrying people. But even now, I see Microsoft now stacking the deck. You see what they're doing when we go into Janky Jones. They're trying to hook people that are currently in Game Pass to say, stick around. That's why they can't get out of it. They're going to talk about compulsion. They're going to talk about compulsion games. They're showing all their shit already. Because they want people who came in through Call of Duty to stay on Game Pass. Well, don't you think Call of Duty would have been enough? Like, what happened? Because Call of Duty and Game Pass, we talked about it for over a year and a half. With Activision Blizzard deals and courtrooms and all this other stuff. For the amount of time about the impact of Call of Duty, even Microsoft's financials came out and came and went. I was like, it was the most played game. Okay, all right. No real numbers, nothing. No new Game Pass numbers, nothing. Maybe they have them early next year, but nothing with the initial success of that. So I really don't understand the fact that they're out there. And this stuff died down pretty damn quick. Because I thought they'll be... Because if you recall, man... When Gears 5 was in Game Pass, man, you couldn't... They were giving it away. They were throwing it in Dorito bags. When Halo was in Game Pass, oh, man, Doritos, Mountain Dew, it was in cereal boxes. You were getting Game Pass shoved under your carpets. Like, they were trick-or-treating with it. You couldn't not hear the words Game Pass. Phil Spencer, Game Pass, $9.99, $10, $15. Dude, they were going crazy. Play it, day one Game Pass, day one Game Pass. What happened to Call of Duty? It came and went like a fart in the wind. What happened? What happened to all this PR and marketing and all that stuff? It was like, look, there it is. Yep, it happened. Move on, Janky Jones. Like, I wouldn't be celebrating Janky Jones. For the $80 billion that you spent, I thought Call of Duty would at least get a whole rollout campaign that continued past their launch date. Like, maybe you don't need it. Who knows? But I don't know. If I spent $80 billion, I would want to make sure that everybody knows where to play it and where they should be playing it. Especially if my competitor or my friend or whatever the hell I call them now, it is a competitor. Whether you want to define them as a competitor or not, PlayStation has the same device on store shelves right next to yours, a blue color and green color. Natural competitor that plays the same games. That's your competitor. Whether you want to classify them as a competitor or not, they are. In every retail store and online everywhere, they do the same thing you do. They are your competitor. And your competitor dropped a brand new console that's more powerful and is playing your games better. Man, you better fight with that marketing to talk about day one Game Pass, because that's your leverage. Game Pass is your leverage. That is your GOAT. That's what you need to leverage on, because only you have Game Pass. Your competitor, PlayStation, does not have it. So if they're dropping a console that says play it better on PlayStation, you gotta be like, well, play it in a subscription on Game Pass. I don't know. Because they're not stopping. They're not stopping. And I still I'm still in utter disbelief that there had been no PR, marketing, anything to try to offset what's coming
25.
It's coming
with this new console, because they have done this before. They have done this. They have done it with every device that has launched. They have tried to damage control the release of it with a project name to offset the interest or to divert focus on that is the only way to play this game like this. And it's crazy. But we'll talk more about it. It was just some initial things. I just went on a little off tirade there, a little talk on there, but we'll get into it some more. Yo, Easy Tone with the 10. He goes, with PSSR, we are experiencing the future of console gaming. The Pro turned people from saying we can't wait for the PC port of Rebirth to saying it looks like a PC port. It's game changing. Yes. It really is. And I'll get into it once we go over Janky Jones. I will come back to your chat again, super chat. And we'll talk about it again, because that is definitely the game changer there. Twisted Sin, member of 29 months. He goes, the Pro will be the thing that gives the other side the pond PTSD. Dude, it already is. Twisted, and it is going to keep being that nagging ding, 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 that tinnitus, that thing in their ear, that reminder of like, what do we got? What do we got? Why don't we have this? Why is our ex not doing this? Why? Phil, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Phil, what are we doing? If you don't start with a console launch or something in December, or talk about anything new hardware wise, and they're going to try to embrace some portable Xbox, but that's not an answer to the Pro. You need a Series X2. Like you need a response to the Pro. And I'm going to we'll get into that thing. Ron M, remember, I don't want to have all things all over scattered all over the place. We'll get into that, because I want to definitely get into these couple statements here. Ron M, member for 23 months. I own the original PS4 and the Pro specs for that generation. I didn't see as worth it with the specs for the PS5 Pro. To me, was more impressive, so I bought it. Thank you. Yeah, Ron, like that's the thing. Like the Pro was it was the 4K checkerboarding thing. That was the thing, and the sharpness for VR. And they added, performance modes. Like games then will have a performance mode and will have a quality mode. That was the start of that, was with the Pro. And then there was also, the boost and all that other stuff. And that was our first time with mid-gen refreshes. Rather than getting slims and smaller devices and cheaper devices, we went and they got, more expensive, or the same price, but more expensive hardware that made your games play better halfway through the generation. And that's exactly what the Pro existence is. But yeah, what they've implemented is very, very impressive from my experience with it. And we'll get into that. But one of the things that was impressive too was the fact that Hitokiness, Sony dropped their financials and had a couple of quotes here and there about their sales. And they announced that they are now at 68.5 million sales of PlayStations right now. So they now 65.5 million PS5 unit sales.
It was
not him. We don't want him. Not a disaster. This is good news. This is a good news. So yeah, so they announced during their financial results, the PS5 unit sales sold 3. And you know, we get real numbers here. Again, another caveat. Microsoft, we get percentages, and their hardware is lower percentages than the previous month and the previous year. Sony, you actually get numbers, like real numbers, not percentages. So you know that in the quarter, they sold 3.8 million PS5s. Lifetime sales of the PS5 now is a 65.5 million in just about 4 years. Guess what? In 5 days, it will be about 4 years. So this is just the quarter results there. So less than 4 years, they have reached 65.5 million consoles sold. That's pretty impressive. It's trailing. I think it's around over the PS4, maybe a little behind what the PS4 is. But then there's the big stuff here. Full game software units, 77.7 million. First party software units, 5.5 million. Digital download ratio, 70%. Monthly active users, 116 million. So those are what they were showing. And like, yo, you see the real freaking numbers. Games, hardware, digital software, add-on content, network services. And you look, it's growing. It's coming. It's growing.
Great Circle is coming out 25.
It's coming.
Like, numbers don't lie. Exactly, Leech. Like, look at Q2 of last year. They were at 133 network services. They're at 160. Look at their quarter last year. Their segment total sales was 954,000. They're at 1 million. You look over year, fiscal year, Q2, they're over. I wouldn't get on a show in December or something like that and say, guys, it's stagnant. It's not growing. We're not seeing growth and numbers. Like, you know what I mean? You look at this and then go just put Phil Ness's
Xbox no, Phil Ness.
What he was saying about the gaming industry and the console industry in February and just put it over these numbers. And he will look like a drunkard. He will look like where is that person living? Right? Just put it over nobody. It's the same people. It's not growing. Look at the game software. Q2. Look at the game software. And what's crazy is that even with a crazy amount of game consoles that they sold last year, because remember, last year they were up like 199, 120%. So these were astronomical numbers at 287,000 consoles in the quarter. And they were down, they only went to 218. They were up 130 or 40%. Last year, they weren't down 30% and now they're down. So coming from the peak of your sales down to this is a lot better than being down the previous year and then down again. But they're not growing. We need more people. We need just the things that they said. How can you look at this? Like, you're looking at PlayStation hardware. They're down this year, but last year it was crazy. And I'm expecting that Q3 might be down too, but comparing to what they're doing, but look at look at this, where their hardware was down year over year. Full game software, 67, it's up year over year. Full game downloads ratio, 67% last year. 70% this year, 80% in the last quarter, 72% in the previous quarter. Everything is moving up. Monthly active users kind of stayed the same. I'm sure it'll jump up in Q3 when they sell a bunch of new PlayStations there. But when you're looking at this, they're doing great. Add-on content services, other software that you see, and you're seeing real numbers, millions and yens. But the trend is moving up. There's no this desperate need of growth and like, where are the people? We got to find some golden goose hiding under a rock somewhere. You know, there's this group of gamers that we need to tap into because we're not finding them where we are. Those are the kind of things that Phil Ness says. That there's this like group of gamers that are just hiding somewhere that Phil hasn't touched yet, and he needs to get them. And you know they're sitting out there, and it's like, where exactly? Everybody's saying in the chat, wait till GTA 6 though. Wait a second. You want to talk about hardware sales and GTA 6, dude, and the PlayStation when they start dropping Ghost of Yotai and Death Stranding 2, and when they start dropping these things, like, and the Switch, the gaming industry is gonna blow up next year. It is going to blow up if those things all go in alignment. And I feel like the stuff there, they are aligning, they are stacking the deck. They are building the infrastructure to know the blow up that's going to happen. And one of the biggest quotes that came out of that thing was from Hatokiness. Was the statement, let me see if I get it right here. There's a couple more things. Was these statements from here. But the biggest statement that stood out to me was that, where is it? Sony looks forward to the release of Ghost of Yotai and even more game announcements very soon. And they said that they will release at least one single player game per year as part of their roadmap. From the investors, Sony will launch at least one AAA first-party single-player game every year. So they made 3.8 million sales PS5. According to Sony, they're on track to reach their goal of 18 million PS5 sales for this fiscal year. The PS5 game sales are up 12% year over year. And they've been doing this anyway. This one first-party single-player banger, they've been doing this. At least one. That's pretty much what they've been doing. Astrobot sold over 1.5 million copies so far, and 1/3 of those sales are from brand new players. Astrobot brought in a significant increase in a younger family audience. Astrobot was one of PlayStation's best reviewed games, a 94 critic score and 93 user score. Their monthly active users is up 8%, and 616 million. Operating income. Sony is a whole company, so that who cares? Sony is a whole company. And during the Q&A session, Sony made it clear that the transition speed of players from the PS4 to the PS5 is happening in line with their expectations, and there aren't many people transitioning from PS4 to PC. Family, kid-focused games like Astrobot and Lego Adventures are bringing in new audiences and interest to the PS5. And that's something that I realized this year. If you notice, you know, Astrobot and Lego, they're kind of getting their holiday lineup. They're like in the connect, like the family. It's like, yo, we got the hardcore and everybody here, and we got them satisfied with the Pro and what they already had. But this year we're gonna go more of like family stuff. We're gonna go service stuff, and we're gonna do family stuff, and that's kind of like what they did this year. And the fact that they have the lineup and they have like Astrobot and Lego Horizon coming out. Lego Horizon comes out in a few days, which is getting good reviews as well. Not being a traditional Lego game got me interested, and you know, the co-op as well, online and couch co-op. It looks a little bit like a Diablo's type, you know, Marvel Ultimate Alliance type thing. It looks like. Sony expects significant increase in PS5 sales in Q3 due to the launch of the PS5 Pro. They're excited about the patches that the studios are creating to take advantage of the hardware, and that's the thing. More games will continue to get supported. More games. So they'll be patching those games, and then they will also be, you know, releasing these family-friendly games. And that's why I feel like with Astrobot and Lego Horizon, I think there's going to be a good discount this holiday for the PlayStation 5. You know, the base model. I could see Slims probably dropping down to $399. They'll probably take that $50 hit. And maybe even on the disk drive, taking another $50. I see Microsoft already started some sales on the Xbox with $50 off. I'm expecting to see some sales, on the PlayStation 5s. And if for them, that's just getting people in the door. And like they said, one of the things that Sony had to deal with that Microsoft really didn't was Sony had a huge install base of PS4s. People were happy with the PS4, and there was a lot of cross-gen games, and those cross-gen games made people just kind of stick around on the PS4. And I remember back with the PS2, they found a similar problem because they had such a huge install base. To migrate that install base over to the next generation took some time, and it takes a library of games only on the next generation of consoles and taking advantage of those next generation consoles to move that audience. With Xbox, it was a leapfrog effect. They all they had was the hardware because the games kept getting delayed. So they just needed to just buy hardware because that was the only newness that they had in the Xbox camp. So a lot of people just jump shit, like jump, and they just jumped and said, "I'm buying an Xbox, yep, Series X, Xbox One, Series S." Because that install base, they only gave that X only 2.5 years before they stopped selling it. That's it. So they quickly jumped over there. And that's why there was like this influx of Xboxes early on in the generation where you heard it here first, Fonz. You heard it here first. It's outselling, and PlayStation had stock issues. But now they're moving that shit over on the PS4 to the PS5. Started with Spider-Man as the first only PS5 game. There was Ratchet and Clank, but Spider-Man was the first one of the wave because Ratchet and Returnal came out. There were a couple of other ones, but God of War was there. But Spider-Man 2 was the first big name game that was only on PS5. And now it begun. So that's why it began last year, with the migration. A lot more people are coming over. And now when they come over, they have a choice. It's a choice.
Black Ops 6 Day 1 Game Pass.
Black Ops 6, right?
Some people said I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, most people in this room have probably been used to spending $60-$70 on it every year. Now, if they're already subscribing to Game Pass,
and
good to go.
But it's a choice.
It's a choice.
We didn't say to anybody, you have to subscribe to play. If you want to buy Black Ops, it's great. It's great for us. It's great for the developer. If you want to subscribe, it's also great.
It's a choice. Well, those people upgrading from a PS4 have a choice. They go to a PS5 or they go to PS5 Pro. It's a choice. And one of the things that's interesting is that not many people are transitioning from PS4 to PC, which that they don't want to happen. Which is interesting. It's something that they keep in track of because they mention that even though they're putting their games on PC, they don't want that to happen. So strategically, it's a choice. They got a choice. Now there's options. The Pro is a choice. And the PS5 games are the best PS5 games are yet to be revealed. So they are doing these numbers while they got cooking the best PS5 games yet to be revealed. And grinders, let me tell you something. The best PS5 games are going to be on their strongest platform as well with the PS5 Pro. And what they're doing with those games that they already had that were the best and the way they look now, I can't imagine what these new PS5 games are going to look like. And not only what they're going to look like, but how they're going to perform. And that is a big, big talking point when talking about the PS5 Pro. It's not always how it looks, it's how it performs. And I'm not telling you to go run out and how much is it and all this stuff. And just take that when I talk about the PS5 Pro. Listen, I'm not here. I'm no pocket watcher. I'm not saying you're missing out. But I'm also telling you, is it worth it? Hell to the yeah. It is. And I will talk about
#1 customer.
It is. But worth is different to people. There was no worth questions when there was an X and an S. The differences between the two of them, it was just resolution. We heard that was a lie. But when I look at the PlayStation 5 Pro, guess what I don't see? I don't see lies. I don't see something of Cerny blowing smoke up our asses, of telling us that it's capable of the most amazing pixels, untethered frame rates we've never seen before. Never seen before. No, I wasn't sold of a package of lies when I turned on that PS5 Pro. It did exactly what was told, and actually, it did more of stuff that they never even mentioned. And that is ideal marketing, because they didn't even talk about what this thing could do, like the PS4 boost and the PSSR and what it does when things are not even patched. They didn't even talk about that stuff. They weren't talking about uncompressed pixels and frame rates. We made it for you with the We Heard You console. No, they didn't do any of that shit without showing a game. That's the other guy who blew a whole bunch of smoke up your ass and never had the checks to cash their promises. The most powerful console, teraflops and magnets. Oh, here comes Digital Foundry. Come play with your friggin' magnets. To do what? To play the medium at 30 frames.
He's really good and it's really, really fast and buttery smooth. Friends don't let friends play with 30 hertz games.
So yeah, I think...
Like, they never justified and demonstrated the capabilities of the machine. Their biggest game in Halo. Halo's back. And they launch it on the most powerful console. Hell, they weren't even showing it on the X. They were showing it on PC. They even had that perk. That they were even showing their games on the most powerful console. They got to show them on their PC because they released them day and date. Another finesse.
Xbox, no. Phil, that's
another finesse. So let's show it on PC because we do day and date. Let's not say running on an Xbox. Let's talk in-engine rendering. Running on a PC, in-engine. All lies and bullshit. Because they didn't have the money to cash the checks they were writing. So when I got the Pro, I didn't have that deceit. I didn't have that gut punch of like, no, man. It was like, wow, it's doing exactly what Cerny said it did. Oh, and by the way, it does more. What good I found. Look at this. Look what it did to this game. Interesting. That's the difference when you sell and market a product in today's world. And that's why there's such disappointment in Xbox. Because of all that talk, all those heads talking sizzle reels. Who's even there anymore? Jumping out of cars, talking about Project Scorpios. We put Chief on a Scorpio on the chip, biting chips. They've been doing it since 2017. They've been biting chips, the most powerful console. But they never had the games to demonstrate the capabilities of the machine. Forza Motorsport was the only one. Forza Motorsport 6, by the way, not Motorsport, because that has been a disaster. Another demonstration of just bad development. Forza Motorsport was the keystone in Xbox console capabilities, and Forza Motorsport fell flat on its face because I don't know where the focus is, but it's not on making great games. Because when you make great games, you could do the shit that Sony's doing, and you could get the numbers that Sony's doing. And you can make remasters and enhancements and all this other shit because they're great games and people want to play them again. People want to go back to those worlds. People want to see those characters again and do things. That's what happens when you make a great game. When you make a Crackdown, when you make a piece of shit game, Craig face down, ass up in a warthog somewhere. Nobody wants to go back and play that shit. The 20th year of anniversary of Halo, and it had to be some PC mod bitches making something to celebrate it on PC. You hear me? Halo 20, they released the demo of Halo 2 that was the new Mimosa. That was a demo that was created just for E3 but never released to the public because it was a lie. Halo 2 anniversary. Hey, whatever that was. Celebration. They celebrated it. You know who celebrated? Not Phil Spencer.
Xbox, no. Phil does.
No. Not Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer didn't celebrate Halo 2 anniversary. They put in maps. They added maps. Announced Monday that 7 maps will be featured in a playlist called Delta Arena. That's what they did. They put maps from Forge. They created by community members in Forge. That's the effort. They used you. They used you. The new Halo Studios. They used the Forge people to make their anniversary maps. There they are. They announced Monday 7 maps. They've been recreated and forged by community members. And the developers tweaked the gameplay. And then on top of that, that was their celebration. And then on top of that, Steam, of all places, Steam, to celebrate released a playground version of the game on Steam. Steam releases the Halo 2 demo from 2003. Halo 2 wasn't even... Halo 2 was a milestone in the Xbox console. Phil, where in the world are you?
Xbox, no. Phil does.
You let Steam release the Halo 2 demo. Goodies on the Steam community page. Way to celebrate the Xbox for 20th years. I can't wait for 25 years. Steam releases it. That's where the celebration was. The celebration of Halo 2 was on Steam and a bunch of Forge created maps for 20 years of Halo. Know who's missing out? The place that created Halo 2. The biggest release I've ever on the Xbox. That's what you do. That's how you celebrate your games. Where was Phil's video? Where was Aaron Greenberg jumping out of a car dressed as an elite? Or a grunt? Nah. No thanks. No thanks. When you make great games, you make these numbers. That's what happens. That's what happens. So, where in the world is Phil Bartholomew Spencer? Where is he? I don't know. Steam celebrated the Halo 2 demo. You'd think they would have released the Halo 2 demo on Xbox and Game Pass. Hell, oh my God, don't even think that. No. We got some Forge maps that the community created. But anyway, that was a little side note on there. But instead, they're doing a full rollout of our good friend Janky Jones and the
Great ass!
Janky Jones and the great ass. Grinders. They keep showing this game. He's playing PS5 Pro with a bunker. Oh, shit. Yo, we're almost halfway to our goal. Let's get some of these super chats here. We're going to go into Janky Jones and a great ass. We got here the Game Night 123. What's up, man? With the 5, he goes, PS5 is behind by PS4 by 1.9 million. Launch times aligned. PS4 was like at 73.6 million at the end of 2017, 4 years in. Well, thanks. Yeah, I would say, definitely, yeah, from that thing, yeah, I would say that they're right behind it on that stuff. So, they still have the holidays and things like that to see where they are, because they just hit the 4 years. So we'll see. But again, PS4 didn't have the problems that the PS5 have in the sense of a huge install base. The PS3 was like the leapfrog. Everyone's like, get off the PS3, get on that PS4. So a lot of people migrate over. A lot of people have been sitting on that PS4 because that install base is so friggin' big. But yeah, they're all a little behind. So we'll see. But thank you, Game Night. But it's still impressive for a console that's more money than the PS5 Pro at that time. The PS4, I mean. And then, yeah. So we'll see where they go now that they got the Pro. Because remember, I think the Pro came out 3 years into the PlayStation. I think the Pro came out along the lines of, no. But we'll see. But it is a little bit behind. It was a great generation, though. Rayman with the Seek 100, he goes, it's a choice. But everyone needs to play Returnal. Yep, damn right. Such a well-crafted game. It's really great experience. Please spread the word. Oh, hell yeah, Raymond. I totally agree. Thank you so much for your super chat. Yes, Returnal is a great game. I really enjoyed that game a lot. I have so many hours into it and still only on Biome 3, by the way. So, yeah. It's just one of those games. I think the design, the roguelike, the randomness and the rogue of the whole going through a level, it changes. I think Returnal was done really well. It hasn't seen any pro improvements, but I haven't, from what I heard, I haven't tried it yet. But, I think, and they even added the DLC with the co-op and the tower in there. So Returnal is a great game. I really, it's a very unique game and it's fun. Each run is different, with the different, level just randomly generates as you're going. So I definitely recommend that. Thank you again, Raymond. And hopefully it gets a patch, or maybe not. I don't know. They went back to Ratchet and Clank to patch, so why not? Maybe when Blue Point was it Housemarque announces their new game, maybe they patch Returnal, adding some 4K performance modes or something like that, to kind of get them back in the swing of things, because they've been cooking as well since Returnal. And Twisted Sin with the 5, he goes, breaking. Hideki Itsuno. Thank you. I know I do very poor Japanese here. Breaking Hideki Itsuno, who left Capcom this year, Dragon's Dogma and Devil May Cry, made a new studio. AAA action games will be the focus. Hey, that sounds good, man. That sounds good news. Thank you for that breaking news, Twisted Sin. Appreciate it, man. But yeah. Yeah, maybe, Jack. I know they're probably made too busy. I wouldn't expect it, but who knows? You get maybe they and I don't know what their next game is, but if it's built in the Returnal world, I'm gonna give it a little pro patch. Kind of puts them back on the map, going, hey, you remember us, Housemarque? You haven't heard from us in a few years. By the way, we made Returnal, and here comes a Returnal patch, and here's our new game built in the Returnal world. I don't know. Hey man, just throwing shit out there. I don't know. If it was me, I would do it. Just to remind people what I made before. That's what I would do. If I was doing it, I'll say, hey, take the extra time, put on a pro patch, make it a little sharp, make it sharper with a little pro love, put a Returnal out there, get our name back into the cycle of things as Housemarque. And here's our new game that we're working on. Hey, just me. If it happens, you heard it here, Grinds Adamas first. There you go. Oh my God, yes. Good Lord, that Nier DLC. That's right, Twisted Sin. Oh my God. It doesn't add new missions though, but it looks freaking sharp as hell. But what doesn't look sharp is Wood about to show you.
Is that a deal?
No, I keep losing at deals, and I don't want to make a deal anymore. I am leaving, and you can't stop me. I'm packing my bags.
Oh, yeah. We have seen so much of Janky Jones. I feel like I played the game already. I don't know about you, Grinders, but hit that like button. We have 200 some people here grinding away on a Monday night. But I feel like we've seen so much of Janky Jones that the game is almost done. I feel like I played it. We've been seeing this thing since January. But they don't stop showing it. They love themselves some Janky Jones and the great ass.
Great ass!
So they decided to do another 14-minute deep dive of Janky Jones and the great ass. It just never ends. Like I feel like it reminds me of when they were showing Deathloop at Sony's every state of play that Sony had. It was like, here's more Deathloop, and it wasn't like no 5 minutes. It was always like this like 10-minute trailer of Deathloop, 5-minute trailer of Deathloop. It's like, I am done with this game. Swallow Pony Juice says it's a big game.
Great ass!
It is. It's huge. It's huge. Let's hear about Janky Jones and the great ass. I admit, the cutscenes look good. They're mocapped and everything. But when it comes to the gameplay, it's too bad you don't play the mocap scenes. You don't play this. This is what you want the game to be. Like now just spin the camera around and I'm Indiana Jones. And then give me these graphics. So there you go. But that's not how Janky works. Janky goes from this kind of cinematics to... There we go, Janky Jones.
All right, exit. There's got to be an exit.
Now...
The hatch!
Get him, Jank.
Quicksand! This is it!
Welcome to Indiana Jones.
Oof. Why does it look so antiquated? It looks like the first person animations when he's running. And first off, it's like, really? No puzzle? Like you just wait for the sand to get you to the hole? But man, this part, like he's running the jank. Like look at it, just looks so, look at the hands. And then like that slide. This needs to be third person, man. And the weird like quick camera to the third person swing and the first person, it's so unnecessary. It's like by the time you see him swinging in third person,
welcome to
it swings you back into first person. Shit was whack.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will take you on a global journey
Janky
as the
Jones!
legendary archaeologist.
Comes and she's be sarcastic. I won't be coming back until Saturday when you leave. She's going to try to stop me, but she can't run in those little high heels. Never see this face again.
And then apparently there's no aim down sights. There's no shooting. It's an adventure game. Oh, here comes the climbing.
Jones is awoken by a break-in.
All right, pal. You can't sleep here.
With a priceless relic stolen, the chase is on to uncover the mystery. Joining the chase is Gina, an Italian journalist with a quest of her own.
Yeah, but that's superstition. And I don't believe in superstition.
Neither do I. But if Voss thinks those
like these mocap scenes, this is what they've been showing. But man, like it's so like when they show you this stuff, I don't care about these scenes. Like they've been showing so much of this stuff. It's when you get into the game that you're playing.
Hero. You will be thrown into this
looks
story-driven
good.
journey
Like I would say,
where
this is
Indy must hunt
interesting
for clues to uncover the Great
But
Circle's
now,
mysteries.
look at the hand. What is going on? Like why? And everything glows up that you can use.
This race for
Why is the
answers will take you
animation
to
so
ancient
awkward in
crypts,
first person?
lost civilizations,
The
and much
hands,
more.
man, the janky hands.
The focus for this game is adventure.
The acting is good, the video is good, but man, the gameplay, it's always been this gameplay, man. Oh my god, jumping in first, that looks very awkward.
I found a key to a hidden chamber.
What was this built for?
You know, the thing is, though, I'm going to give them credit where credit is due. At least, yeah, Tony Todd, I know, I saw him in there. Rest in peace, man. You know, I'll give them credit due. At least they're showing their games. You know, Microsoft had this whole thing where they would just hide their games and not show them. They've shown too much of Indiana Jones, but I give them credit for showing their games. But maybe don't show so much of this one.
Looks like a temple. Maybe
I just don't. The hand movements, the first person animation stuff, it looks very awkward. And one of the other things when I watch this, one of the things is like they like discover all these amazing new things, and it's like everything just glows.
a rite of passage for Khmer warriors.
There's no polish in the first person sense.
When you venture into the unknown, we want exploration to feel truly rewarding.
Let me see here.
We carefully crafted each environment to encourage players to uncover clues.
Left this here.
Like, that's the thing. Like, we've craftily crafted each environment to discover clues. The thing lights up in what you're supposed to pick up.
Carefully crafted each environment to encourage players to uncover clues.
Left this here.
Discover valuable objects.
There we go.
And reveal hidden secrets.
Grinders. Like, are we seriously in 2024? We're looking for an idol to just put on top of a thing to open up a door. That's like crafting. What did he say? We crafted these environments for clues.
We carefully crafted each environment to encourage
players to uncover clues. This thing glows up, carefully curated. He picks this thing up.
Clues.
Left this here.
Who left this here? And he walks it over to the stand.
There.
Discover valuable objects.
There we go.
And reveal hidden secrets.
The gate secrets. They glow up. It looks very...
that can aid you in your adventure.
It's like accessible genres. No, here we go with the combat. But yeah, like that if adventure, if it's not combat, this is my problem. If this game is not combat and it is more adventure, those adventure things should like I said before, in a world where Tomb Raider and Uncharted exists and puzzles and all this stuff, dude, they were making fun of God of War for shimmying. Oh, shimmy this. God of War, he's shimmying. He's shimmying. He's shimmy, 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 shimmy. Shimmying through cracks, but they're hyped for this. They're hyped for this, but criticize God of War because he shimmied through two rocks. In the amazement of what that game did and what it shown and how it played and what it did, the shimmying was Shimmygate. But they are hyped for this. I saw all the videos. Oh, can't wait for Janky Jones. Are you kidding me? Like, are you capping for Xbox that goddamn much that you're just like, dude, it's going to PlayStation, so it's your cap can only go so far. Yeah, no jump. Your cap could only go so far. It's even going to PlayStation. Not even a freaking exclusive for like a month. For a couple of months. There you go. The jank will be in pro form. Be pro jank. But you're telling me this gameplay is wetting your noodle?
Xbox, no. Field desk.
Like, the desperation for a W is out of this world. That's what I don't understand. Like, if you have to stoop, like, if you're excited for it, fine. But you cannot be the same one going, I'm not impressed with the Pro. I'm not impressed with God of War. You got to shimmy. Oh, those load screens. Excuse, but you impressed with this? The guy walks in a room, he picked up an idol that was glowing and put the idol on a thing to open a gate. Are we in like 2008 gameplay right now? There is no creativity. Like, oh, maybe the parts of that statue are spread around somewhere and you got to build it and that's a puzzle. And once you build it, then put it, like, maybe some depth to the puzzles. Like, not just go find glowing statue in a corner and click on it and then glowing podium to open it. Indiana Jones. Oh, Lucci Sky with this. Like, I don't get it. But they're all hyped up for Janky Jones. Like, look, and now we're gonna get to the gameplay. Now we get into the friggin' the combat, which that's been jank since the beginning. Look at this. I hope you can turn off the glowing shit. Everything glows. It's like, oh, pick this up right behind the guy and use it on his back. Like, it's right there. Dude. Like, it is like remedial gameplay. It is. Is this a training area? Or is this how it is? Like, is it just right below the guy to hit him over the head? Now watch when he hits him.
Down you go.
Another time, chum.
During your adventure, Indy's versatile tools are at your disposal. It's up to you to find clever uses for each of them.
Look at this. Dude's still clueless. He whipped the goddamn...
That includes Indy's camera. Snap photos to reveal historical insights and important clues. Or, if you feel the need, use it to receive puzzle hints.
Need to direct the light to the metal discs.
The journal is your complete guide. It starts as a blank slate, but becomes a detailed archive of your journey with maps, photos...
Dude, we know what the journal does. Just look at Uncharted and and what that journal... Oh, please. Like I said, in a world of post-Tomb Raider and Uncharted, you need more than this remedial gameplay.
You're my #1 customer.
And letters. It's a reminder of where you've been, and, for the sharp observer, a hint about where to head next.
Close. I found another calling.
Use of disguises can help.
Use of disguises. Gordo P23 with the 5. He goes, ever since they announced that game for PlayStation, all the hype from the Xbox guys died, proving they were only using it for console wars. Yeah. And now I think they're using it now for, I don't even know what the hell they're using it for now.
Help you enter
they're just like, oh, I'm not pressing the Pro, but me and Janky Jones.
guarded areas. Ensure you avoid those who have a sharp eye for spotting trespassers.
Janky door open. Yo, why? It looks like it should be a VR game. I've said this in the beginning. It should be a VR game. I don't know why they keep doing more of this gameplay. Just let it go. Sign my ass with a 200 Seek. He goes, the first person view is super awkward, and don't tell me it makes it more immersive. Why are then almost no movies in first person? It's made that way because it's easier technically and translates more easily to a mouse or VR. Yeah, thank you, sign my ass. You know, that's the thing. Like, if you look at it, what's crazy is like, well, why is it in first person if they have third person swinging? They have third person climbing. Like, you made the character model. Why don't you just make it first person and let people switch? But why do you decide when to go in third person and it looks janky and stuff, and then go first person and the gameplay? It's like, come on, supposedly the Chronicles of Riddick people play this game, like made this game. Like, dude, I remember the combat in Chronicles of Riddick being so much better.
Ensure you avoid
like,
those
we've
who
seen
have a sharp
so
eye
much
for
better,
spotting
like so better first person combat.
Trespassers.
Like, even open up the door. Like, look at this guy. This guy is just doing his animation here. Janky arm.
Duda,
Oh, look, bring me that bottle.
bring mir die Flasche.
There you are.
Bring mir die Flasche. Hörst du etwas schlecht?
Indiana bartender.
And of course, there's the whip, Indy's most
the whip.
important
Riddick was
tool.
awesome.
It's a powerful weapon in combat and a crucial tool for traversing lost ruins.
Come on, you can do this, Indy.
And I don't know how the him just kind of whispering to himself and talking a lot. I don't know. Look at this. Look at this. I watched this thing. I was just like, oh my god.
Just a bit further.
Look at this. Look at this puzzle. That's what they're highlighting for using your whip to traverse. That's what they're highlighting.
There, the water's flowing now.
Indy's greatest tool, his mind. Just like Indy, you'll use yours to navigate buried tombs and activate forgotten puzzles, while avoiding deadly traps.
Coming from the world of Uncharted and Tomb Raider, this is the platforming of a 2004 next gen or current gen game.
His mind. Just like Indy, you'll use yours to navigate buried tombs and activate forgotten puzzles, while avoiding deadly traps. Clues from the journal, traversal, and decryption are just a few of the things you'll need to figure out the solutions. Every puzzle is designed to fit seamlessly into the world. They range from smaller challenges, hiding forbidden secrets, to epic obstacles leading to greater mysteries.
Longinus, the soldier who pierced the side of Jesus with a holy lance. Three.
What was that? Like, what is this?
25.
It's coming.
Look, they're like right next to it's like right next to it. It's like, what do I do with this? This is like Indiana Jones Jr. Three, Indy. Wow.
Solving these puzzles will make you feel like the world's greatest archaeologist.
What was that? Wait, what did he just say? He said solving these.
Would you ship that?
Oh my
That's what you just
god!
played?
Oh my stomach! What the hell did he just say? Is he really? I don't get it.
Solving these puzzles will make you feel like the world's greatest archaeologist.
Sounds like that did something.
Oh no. Oh no. Now we go to this. Yo. Go back to it. Greg says go back to it. Look. It says 3. Let me knock this wall down with these things that are standing here. Let me go to this thing and it says 3.
Yes, I would like to have a refund.
Solving these puzzles will make you feel like the world's greatest archaeologist.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate. Oh no. Holy Spirit, activate.
Where does that go?
Spirit, activate.
The dragon's foot. I wonder where this goes. I gotta look it up on a YouTube video. Let me see.
Sounds like that did something.
Oh, I guess I... Oh, mother... Dude, I remember in Tomb Raider using the water and the physics of the platforms. They were floating wood platforms, and using physics-based solving of puzzles in Tomb Raider, the remake of the Tomb Raider, using the water levels and the floating and the ability to have the water make the platforms go up, but then also make the buoyancy of the boulder able to push, and using physics-based puzzles, even in Uncharted, using the lasso and doing puzzles, looking at your journal and matching it up and aligning it to work. And that's in between having epic moments of fighting and combat and drop dead incredible scenes. And then they would pace it where after you just had that and your heart's racing, you're like, yo, that was incredible, that scenario. Now you have a kind of a puzzle where you got to think and calm down and match things and do stuff. Like the pacing
You're my
is
#1
there.
customer.
This looks so generic in the puzzle solving, the combat, where items are. It looks like they're just placed there. This looks like my junior in Janky Jones. This looks like this is made for accessibility. This is made for people that don't play games. They're just like Indiana Jones because they want to be Indiana Jones. And look, that thing glowing. I'm going to like, it doesn't, it seems that they capture the atmosphere, the music, the acting, the CGI motion cap. I think that looks good. But the game, it looks generic, like somebody said, like a student project. It does not look innovative at all. Is it using the power of the Series X? Like, this is what we're going to talk about when we go to PS5 Pro. Like, is it? And now here comes the combat.
The key to the game's combat is to carefully decide your approach. Will you outsmart?
Watch your step, pal.
Or overpower your enemies?
And that's Professor to you.
Oh my.
Outsmart foes in stealth, using your environment as your greatest weapon.
Was ist das?
Pick up a nearby object to distract, stun, or subdue enemies while remaining unnoticed.
Mist, hat ihn umgelegt. Oh, das tat echt weh.
In a brawl, you need to hold your own with powerful combos, blocks, and defensive parrying.
Why would you just keep whipping them?
Precisely timing and mixing up these moves is critical to landing a knockout combo or a classic finisher.
Bill Spencer! Bill Spencer, baby, let's go!
This jank is off the charts, dude. Off the charts, jank.
You'll combine these brawling skills with your whip, your revolver, and
you
anything
can't aim down sights.
Critical to landing a knockout combo or a classic finisher.
You gave him a little bit slap there.
Precisely timing and mixing up these moves is critical to landing a knockout combo. Or a classic finisher. You'll combine these brawling skills with your whip, your revolver, and anything within reach for amazingly creative combat.
Grinders. You just saw that, right?
Oh, no, you don't. Brooklyn, bruv. Okay.
This is Uncharted 1.
That's what I'm talking about.
Are you kidding me?
Kick you to sleep.
Just put an Indiana skin on it. Look at what we got. That was the OG Uncharted. That was the original. And then here, you want some? Let's go. (2013).
You're my #1 customer.
These games were inspired by Indiana Jones. These were adventure, combat, puzzles, tunes. Alright, maybe not all that blood from Janky Jones. Oh, damn.
Вылезай! Но трать моего времени! Она тоже была пораньше стерва. Держать собака! Сюда!
Oh, damn. Maybe a little too brutal for Janky Jones. But you get my point. And now we're back here. That was from 2013. That was the original Uncharted.
Cos'è questa roba?
To avoid sounding an alarm, you can carry incapacitated enemies into the shadows, out of sight from patrolling guards.
All right, fella. Where should I hand you?
As you complete missions, you'll earn adventure points to expand your skill set. There are dozens of upgrades that let you customize Indy's abilities to your playstyle. The ability Lucky
The team that made Chronicles of Riddick worked on this. Here's Chronicles of Riddick. First person melee. Let's be fair.
I'll put.
Chronicles Oridict.
Gonna need a body bag. You're my #1 customer.
What happened? Oh, we got the bleeds.
Fight like a man.
Like, what happened? I think this mechanic is pretty cool with the lucky hat. I do like this. That is one thing I have to say. I do like this.
Hat gives Indy an extra chance to come back from
Crawl
a
to your
fatal
hat,
blow.
and he puts his hat back on. And give him the jank punch.
The bare hands ability strengthens Indy, letting him take down enemies unarmed.
Felt like a leaf.
He has penis. He has penis
Open
hands.
areas give you the freedom to find your own adventures.
Oh man, is that a God of War boat?
You're my #1 customer.
Wow. What a view.
In these areas, let your curiosity take you off the main path and uncover new missions, mysteries, and secrets.
It's a trap!
But I was so sure.
We're about to die.
So what do we do?
Find a way out before we're crushed.
Everything is carefully researched and crafted to authentically recreate a vibrant 1930s.
What are you selling?
I think I have something for you.
Hello, guy.
Maybe this would tease open your money pouch.
Exploring with a keen eye is essential to making discoveries. Like an underground fight club.
Oh no. Who was Underground Fight Club? That's all the jank in this one. Nobody talks about this fight club.
While the vividly recreated locations you visit have a clear goal driving the story forward, you'll always feel enticed to explore the world and discover the many secrets hiding around every corner.
Which locks do you open?
One key sitting there. Holy shit. Dude, this is like open. Everything just glows with
This
indie.
gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Grind this. I don't know what to say with the Janky Jones. It has good cinematics, but that's Indiana Jones for Game Pass. Like I don't even know what. Like I don't get it. For the standard that some of these people hold their the games up to, and they criticize for God of War for not jumping, and you know Horizon is boring. Like the same people like, oh, this has me hyped. There's only one hype, because Microsoft bought Bethesda. That's the only hype for this, because if this wasn't owned by $7 billion of Xbox and of Microsoft, this game would have been getting. The only thing I liked was people that liked Indiana Jones. The only reason why they're even blinking an eye to this is that there's some sort of exclusivity and Microsoft owns it. And it's in Game Pass, so they don't have to commit to $70 for this. I just don't. I don't understand it. Like, I liked Indiana Jones, but like I said, in a world when you have the Tomb Raiders and Uncharted, you got to start there. And if you decide to put the game in first person, then you need to utilize first person. And it seems that they wanted to just make a CGI Indiana Jones story, and they threw in the jank. Like they machine games. They make first person shooters, and the fact that you can't even you don't even really use guns in this game, and you use melee. And the melee should be visceral, not janky like that. Like it should be like and what's crazy, one of the things with Indiana Jones is that he always just gets beat up, right? He just like always just gets like that's the whole thing. Like he just gets knocked out, but then at the last second he does like a punch or something like that knocks him out. Like there is no visceral or there's no feeling when you don't see your character. You just see the janky hands. You don't have the janky arms. You don't see that. Where's the Stalker talk? Oh, the Stalker talk. I really didn't even want to talk about Stalker. Because that is actually, you know what? I did have a Stalker on here, actually. Because Stalker 2 preload started today at a whopping 146 gigabytes on Xbox. Say hello to my little friend Xbox Series S, fighting for its life out there. No wonder they had to release the new higher, more memory Xboxes. Stalker 2 is 146 gigabytes. My goodness. What are we doing here? 146 gigabytes. But you know what, Grinders? I did my research. And for those gamers that that are a little nervous, I got you. I got you, Grinders. I got you. For those gamers that are a little scared, I take care of you. I take care of you. So if you're on a little boosteroid and you're on booster and you have 146 gigabytes of that, I did my research. WD Black,
I can go directly to Blacknet,
has delivered expansion up to 2 terabytes. So now you could put in your memory cards that are exclusively for Xbox for a whopping $149 for a 1 terabyte. And if you were really pressed for memory, let me save you now with a $200 2 terabyte expansion card for your series consoles. Coming in to save the day. Grinders, let me tell you something. I bought a 4 terabyte SSD, a Cerny SSD for $209. A Cerny SSD. They are charging $200, almost double, for 2 terabytes of a disk drive that you can only use in your Xbox. Guess what? In my 4 terabyte, if I want to pull out that SSD, I could use it in something else because that SSD works everywhere. I can use it in my PC, in my laptop, in my console. So that 4 terabyte goes with me. I can put in an external drive. Guess what you could do with this if you don't have an Xbox? You shove it in your ass. That's where you put it.
Breakfast to go. You're going to love my nuts. Watch
That's where this goes. Without an Xbox, this is useless. $200. We are 4 years in, and their memory cards for 2 terabyte is $400. It's half the console price for 2 terabytes. This is proprietary storage. So if you got a launch Series S that has 512 gigabytes, well, here are your options. You want to get another 512, almost $100 for a 512 gigabyte hard drive, Grinders. For what are we doing here? That is craziness. You get 4 terabyte, $230 right now for 4 terabyte Gen 4 NVMe M.2. And you could use it in your PlayStation. You could use it in your PC. And they're charging a 2 terabyte, half that, for $30 less. But options, though. And Stalker 2 is a whopping 146 gigabytes preload. You got a base Series S. Good luck. We're praying for you. Hang in there.
Stop it! This is not worth it. I hope this is not true.
It is true, Arnold. But yeah, there's your Stalker 2 talk. And that's another game we'll see. That game looks pretty damn good, but it's, again, another one of these open world, slow, hiding around. It's not in tons of combat. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, it's one of those survival type games. So I never really played a Stalker, but from when I saw it, it looks all right. But, you know, it may, you know, we'll see. But that's also in Game Pass. And again, this is their plan. They had nothing for this whole year. So they have Call of Duty, Stalker 2, and Janky Jones. They got to have something. And then they just put Spyro in there, which, Grinders, that's another thing that they put in there. Spyro. And here's another little tidbit for your wonderful all-savior, all-encompassing Game Pass. This is what it does. The perceived value. Hit that like button, Grinders. The perceived value. They made a big deal. Oh, man, I saw them all over the place. A 2018 game, Spyro, is coming. The Spyro trilogy is coming to Game Pass from 2018. Oh, let me tell you something. Oh, yeah, $40. Oh, you save. I see all these people. No, what? I don't tell you I see these people. Let's go to the ground. Oh, here we go. My childhood is back. Glad they remade this. It was worth getting. Oh, my God. I'm going to play this game nonstop. Dude, it's been out since 2018. All right. Xbox Excellence, a welcome addition. Let's go, Spyro. Definitely playing this. Xbox Game Pass is the best. Literally, I asked for this last week. Tomorrow, Embark Nostalgia Adventure. That's amazing. That's fire. My kids will love this. Wow. Great addition to Game Pass. Here's somebody trying. Amelia selling it. Huge W. The second biggest thing the guys have brought to Game Pass. Oh, shit. The second biggest thing. These people must live on the rocks. Grinders, work on. I love Spyro. Hey, here's somebody. What about 60 frames? Oh, no, you're asking for too much. They're just giving this shit from 2018. Thank you. Somebody bought the game at launch. Thank goodness. I hope we could see Crash Team Rumble in Game Pass. Dude, they're sitting there waiting for this stuff. Let me show you something. You're sitting there on Xbox. They're holding you hostage. $39.99. Oh, man, you're saving me $40, Phil.
Xbox, no. Phil does.
You're saving me $40 for a 2018 game. Is $39.99 in the Xbox store. Phil, you saved me $40. Game Pass is worth it. It's worth it. Thank you, Phil.
Xbox, no. Phil does. Well,
you saved us. It's sitting there at $40. Coming to Game Pass. What value? Well, let's mosey on over to PlayStation. Released in 2018. It's on sale until Thanksgiving. For how much, Grinders? Save me money, Phil. How much? $13.99.
Xbox, no. Phil does. Well,
the price of a goddamn sandwich. A hoagie. A chicken parmesan. The price of a chicken parmesan sandwich. It's less money than a month of Game Pass. And it's on sale till Thanksgiving. Why is it not on sale on Xbox? Phil, who owns who? Who owns who? Does Sony own Spyro? Did PlayStation go to court and spend $80 billion to own Spyro? Why is Sony getting the better end of the deal here? Why is it still $40? You own the goddamn franchise. Why is it $40 on Xbox? And it's $13.99 on PlayStation. You would think Sony went and bought Activision. 65% off. And this is just, what's a better deal? You buy it now, you own it forever. Or you get it when Phil tells you it stays there and it leaves maybe in February. Who knows? Whatever mood he's in. But what mood he's not in is he not in the mood of you buying it because he's keeping it there at $40. Phil. Excuse me. Who owns the game? Excuse me? Sony got this shit on sale till Thanksgiving for $13.99. Chicken Parmesan. It's cheaper than Game Pass. You're charging people. Game Pass prices? Why don't you discount the game? Let people buy it, Phil. It's from 2018. It's eons ago. Why is it sitting there at $40? Oh, because you got to make it look like they're saving $40 and you're giving it to them. Oh, gotcha, Phil. The perceived value. Oh, so that's why the sales. Oh, and what are you going to give them a nice little 10% off on Game Pass? Oh, if you want to buy it now, it's in Game Pass. We'll do a little 10% off Game Pass discount of the $40. Meanwhile, it's sitting there for $13.99 on PlayStation until Thanksgiving. If you have Game Pass, my advice, and you want to buy it, if you haven't bought it since 2018, all of a sudden, you saw all those people. Phil's the greatest. The best value in gaming. The best value. Value what? If you told me, hey, look, subscribe for $20 a month or $17 a month and you'll get Spyro tomorrow. If you're that excited about it, you see these people in the chat, they're like, oh, my kids. Dude. It's the price of a chicken Parmesan sandwich. Excuse me. $13.99. And own it forever. Don't have to worry about when Phil says, you know what, I'm taking it out this month. We're going to put credit. Like, that's why I don't even know what kind of gamers are on there. When I see these things, I just don't get it. I don't understand it. And just like, this is what $80 billion done. This is what I'm talking about. They own it. They should be giving Spyro out for free. But now, PlayStation is the one who they got the sale. No, it's on all the Game Passes. It's on all of them. No, because Game Pass Ultimate is only for day one. It's for the standard one as well. It should be. That's what they said. I just don't get it. I just don't understand. Because when I saw the difference here, when I looked at this, I just said, I just did because it's like the hype for this. I'm like, guys, it's $13. But they'll keep it now at $40. They'll keep it there because they got to make it look like it's a deal. It's a sale. So the value of Game Pass, oh, look, it's $40 crossed out free with Game Pass. Yeah. They're not going to show it's worth $13 right now. Because now Game Pass value is it's the perception. It's slimy, right? It sounds a little slimy. Sounds a little like slimy.
Black Ops 6 Day 1 Game Pass.
Well, let's go to I think slimy. I think that's a little slimy, right?
People said I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, most people in this room have probably been used to spending $60-$70 on it every year. Now, if they're already subscribing to Game Pass,
and
good to go.
But it's a choice. Like, we didn't say to anybody, you have to subscribe to play. If you want to buy Black Ops, it's great. It's great for us. It's great for the developer. If you want to subscribe, it's also great. Like, I want to give you the choice on how you play your games and who you play with. and not try to do slimy platform things to force you to do what I want you to do. Give the players choice and what they want to do and who they play with.
Don't be slimy, Phil. We're not going to be slimy now, are we? We're not being slimy? You're not making people do? Well, if I looked at this, it sounds like you want people to subscribe and not buy the game. Sounds like you are doing slimy things. You're not making it a choice. Because at the same time, the game is on sale on PlayStation until Thanksgiving, but it's not on sale on your platform at all. Does that happen tomorrow when it goes in Game Pass? Or do you keep it as 40? But I just think it's very interesting that today, it's sitting there at a juicy $40 for a game in 2018. Sounds like you're trying to put it, and this is what I said was going to happen. That's why they're doing Janky Jones. That's why they're doing preloads. That's why they did the Spyro stuff. They are trying to do what they know is going to happen. They are trying to limit the churn from Game Pass. They knew they got a whole bunch of churn, a whole bunch of people with Call of Duty, and now they're scheming in slimy ways to try to get people to stay. That's what they're doing, because they know once they finish that campaign, if they haven't done already, they're going to jump off that Game Pass wagon, and they don't want that churn because they need them to stay. So while they're in the store with the doorbuster sale, the doorbuster of being Call of Duty, they are now throwing everything they can. Indiana Jones footage, Stalker 2 for preload, what is it, Spyro in there. They already have Paris talking about Compulsion Games as hands-on video tomorrow. We don't even have a friggin' like Compulsion Games. What about Avowed? Oh, we find out Avowed's not having Romancing the Stone. No more romancing for Avowed. Like, I like, they're trying to grab and keep people, as many people in there, because they know they're in there with the doorbuster. That's what they're doing. So they're basically throwing everything they can. Indiana Jones deep dive. They're showing Paris Lily is going and doing Compulsion Games hands-on video. He's doing. Fly him out there. Have him playing the game. Which that game looks good, by the way, but they are loading and stocking everything up for now, because they know they got a whole bunch of people and they need them to stay to reduce the turnover, because when all those people leave because they're only there for Call of Duty, they're not there for Spyro and Janky Jones. And yet another experiment will fail. Because the people that came for the people that came for Call of Duty only care about friggin' Call of Duty. They're not going to get hooked on Janky Jones. They're not going to get hooked on Stalker. They're not going to stay. And Microsoft knows this. And they're trying to capitalize on that. What about romancing? It was too much work, they said, to put romancing in Avowed. And on top of that, grinders. If you don't believe my words, why don't you believe a former Xbox employee in Larry Herb, Xbox's former Major Nelson, saying finally he got a chance to start the Call of Duty campaign, and the first achievement popped as rare. By the looks of it, less than 10% of those people playing are playing for campaign even 2 weeks after release. Major Nelson is pointing this thing out. Major Nelson wants war. Of all the people to call out rare achievements, Major Nelson, or now Larry Herb, is saying that nobody's playing the campaign. All of them, rare achievements. Dude. Hey, man. This is the reality. This is what's happening. You want to talk about perception. You want to talk about the industry. When former Xbox employees are pointing out rare achievements for the start of a campaign, like, dude, and puts it in there with the screenshot and everything, dude, it's to tell you where things are with Xbox. Just insane. But we're here for the main topic, grinders. All Raz Compost Smurf. And that is my experiences. Hit that like button. We're going to go into now the PS5 Pro. There it is, grinders. So let's talk about this PS5 Pro. We've done enough with Janky Jones and Xbox and more jank. Let's talk about quality splits. And like I alluded to before, the PlayStation 5 Pro is doing what was promised. The PS5 Pro, when I turned it on, first off, I came from the original PlayStation 5, which was a hunker, a big console. And that, now with the Pro, it's not the size, it's small. It's lighter. So you getting a slim design if you're coming from the big one, and you're getting the modular capabilities of it. Also, it's quiet as hell. It has 2 USB-Cs in the front and 2 USB-As in the back. The USB-Cs are great. There's a high-speed one. That's what the VR goes into. And you can put that one in there. And then it has the USB-As in the back. My impression with it is I feel they should have called it something different. They should have called this the PS5 Shop. Because that's what I get. I feel like everything is sharper. Everything just has this clarity to it. From the dashboard to the games. I don't know if it's the honeymoon period in some of the stuff, but not just the games that are patched, but everything just seems to be clearer. And the thing is quiet. This is God of War. A screenshot that I took as fighting. And again, compression, all these things does not demonstrate the clarity. And by the way, I am playing this on a projector, a 4K gaming projector that has 120 frames and also has 60 frames. It is so sharp. Like, it's like there's a sharp filter on everything. Like, it is clear. And then on top of that, there's the performance. And it's running this, like in this, looking like this, looking at this detail like this, at smooth frame rates with no stutter. Whether they're 45, whether it's 60, close to 50, 60, it is faster and smoother. It is not 30. That's I could tell you, because you go down to the fidelity or do it is 30. But the clarity of this, and the thing is that these games never look bad. That's why I'm so excited to see what's coming.
25.
It's coming.
But it's incredible how much detail is being pulled out with this. And I don't know if it's the PSSR. That's what I think it is. I think that thing just globally just does it. And I think games that had internal resolutions may just benefit from this thing. But whatever it is, there's like a sharpness filter, and whatever it's doing it. And in games that have the patch, have the modes, you see it. One game that I was super surprised, and then here's your other one, Final Fantasy. This is just insane. The detail that is in here when you look at this game, it's so clear. And it's running with that clarity you're not sacrificing fidelity for the speed, which you had to do before. And these are just my impressions. And this is what I game on. My wall. That is my ceiling. This is the screen. It is about 100, I don't know, 130 inches. I don't know what it is. Pause. But this is the guys from there, everybody from the stream. But this is just burning my eyes.
You're my number one customer.
Screen. It is so crispy. Like these faces, and I'm zooming in. This is from Twitter, shared from the thing. Like I am zooming in. Her face is so friggin' clear. It is like you're looking in a window. And this is Horizon, the remaster, which incredible for $10. Do it. It's basically a remake. They basically made Horizon 1 look exactly like Horizon 2. Forbidden West. But it is so, and this is just from my camera on my phone. And what I notice so much is the foliage, the trees, the grass, the items in the elements in the distance that are so clear. The most amazing thing, and if you have a Pro, let me tell you this. Fly in Forbidden West, go on the Falcon thing where it makes you fly, right? Fly up and look down at the ground and look at the world. I was flying at nighttime. It looked like a friggin' like a crystal clear photograph window of how far the draw distances were and how clear it was, that you could pinpoint buildings' edges so clear from the sky. And it's running smooth. It is higher than 30 frames at 45, 50. I don't have no goddamn counter, but all I know is that it is running faster than base. And in Forbidden West, when you get on that either the water wing or whatever, the water wing and the other one, when you look at the the ground or the terrain, it's crazy the distance of this. And that's offshoot there. But while I'm on that terrain, looking at the terrain, grinders, when I'm looking at that terrain, that was my thing. What are my photos? I have my photos up here. When I'm looking at that terrain, I then went into photo mode and I took a picture. And that's the picture of Aloy that I have in the thing. That's what's crazy. Yes, it does do HDR gyro. Yes. They don't make it anymore, but it is an Optima gaming projector. So you can look up Optima and see what the new model is. It was like the 77U or something like that. Got a couple of years ago. So I'm sure they have something better now too. It was a laser projector. But what's crazy is that you're on this water wing. You look at the distance. You see how clear it is. But then you go in photo mode and you zoom in on a face. And this is where it looks like. This is how clear it is. The game looked incredible to begin with. But now it's doing this clarity at higher frame rates. Another game that did this, Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2. And they kept their modes in there for fidelity mode and performance mode. And I showed that on my stream. If you missed the stream, I showed it on the stream how the clarity of fidelity, 30 frames. Performance mode, it moves smoother, but you definitely see that some detail is lost. You put it in pro mode, and it puts it with clear and frame rate. So you get the best of both worlds. So those are the things that I was testing with. The other game, Hogwarts Legacy, played that. I've been playing that. The ray tracing with fidelity with ray tracing on there with the higher frames, uncapped frame rate. Doesn't have, like they were saying that it runs about 50 or 50 or something like that. I do it with a capped. I think it runs like a 45 with the capped or 40. It definitely runs more than it definitely faster than 30 because you could definitely see the difference. Because you put it on just fidelity without any pro modes or whatever like that, you'll see you'll see the frame rate just drop, but you'll get the clarity. So it's doing what they said it was going to do with what the games that they have. Ratchet and Clank with a Fidelity Pro, ultimate ray tracing. That's the other thing. And somebody just put in the chat about reflections. So yeah. So the next thing was the Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2 is absolutely crazy on that system. The reflections of everything reflects in Spider-Man 2. The puddles are wild. The cars, the windows, metal textures, even something as his outfit. If there's any kind of textures, the textures just look real. And that's something that I noticed with ray tracing is a resource hog. But one of the things that I noticed is when it's implemented properly, it makes things look as if they will react in real life. So like the reflections, the things that just bounce, the light bounces off stuff. It just gives it that look. And I really think that the lighting, the reflections, the shadows, everything is improved. And this is the promise that they had. And this is the thing that you wanted to see with, that's what a mid-gen refresh does. This thing does not, this is not the next generation. This is not sell your PlayStations, we're done, move on to the next generation. This makes the games that you love. I think I bookmarked somebody's tweet, but the gist of it was the games that I love to play, the games that are my favorite, all my library of games that I really like, just play better and look better. And that's going to get bigger and bigger as they added more patches and things like that. But what it does do, and what it kind of brought me to, is almost that feeling that you had when the console launched, the PS5. You got through the launch games. You're like, wow, these are really cool. I got through to some launch games, but you're excited for the potential way you're going to go from there. And that's where I'm at. Because a lot of these games I've played already. Again, older games. Some games I didn't finish, so I'll have to go finish, like the Final Fantasies, and it's so great that I get to play it in the best light right now. But a lot of these things I played already, and it's really just testing stuff. Demon Souls was another one. That's a launch title. But games that are not patched. So I went into Shadow of the Colossus, and I went into their fidelity mode, and this thing looked friggin' sharp. This is a PS4 game. And this was like really clean on the screen in fidelity mode. Now, the frame rate didn't change, but it just looked, like I said, the sharpness of it. This is a PS4 game. And it looked great. Then I went to another game. Most impressed, the Crew Motorfest. Grinders, the Crew Motorfest looks, it's better than Horizon in the sense that it has more content than Horizon does, with all different types of vehicles, planes, boats, monster trucks, motorcycles, ATVs, anything you can think of, you can drive in this game. You could go from a boat to a car to a plane. Game is awesome. It's like $15 or $20 or something at Best Buy. It takes Forza Horizon to the next level. It's what Forza Horizon should have been doing, adding more different vehicles and different ways to explore. This is incredible. But the thing is, this game looks sharp as hell, and the reflections and the sharpness of it, it is just, it's incredible for an open world game, and it runs at high frame rate. And this is with the PS5 Pro patch. I don't know what the hell's going on, but man, when I was driving through this friggin' thing, this area, you don't understand how clear and sharp the grass is. and the mud kicking up and defamation, like the defamation stuff. It is really crazy. So I'm impressed. And I'm happy that there are results that I will see. I have not hooked it up to my other TV. I would like to see if this sharpness comes through on a smaller TV. But I can tell you the shadows and reflections definitely will. So it's not just resolution. But the thing is that you're going to get the sharpness, but you're also going to get the performance. And that's the thing that these pictures don't show. They don't show the performance that you get with the system. You're getting higher frame rates with these visuals. And it just kind of jacked up everything. And it gets me excited about the games that are being built with the PS5 Pro in mind. And like I told you before, and people don't want to say it, they don't want to admit it, they want to make, nobody's buying it, you don't need it, you don't spend $700, it is a lot of money. But it's future-proofing your library, and it's also getting you ready for the new stuff that's coming. Like I said, the bang of the year next year, you're going to want that Pro lined up for the stuff that's going to be coming out, especially when it's being built with that in mind. And what's going to happen is after next year, the following year, more and more games are going to be running well and just really kind of just making it definitely on the S. But man, I just can't wait. And that's the difference, is we got this knowing Ghost of Yotai's coming, Death Stranding 2, Wolverine. You know they're cooking. You know Housefall. You know they're cooking. That was the problem that Xbox had. They did not have the games lined up to go with their hardware. So they never had these definitive experiences. And what's great is that Sony has a whole library of games that are so popular and great looking already that this just takes them to the next level in sharpness and performance, that you're able to experience them. And to be honest, I told you I was with PlayStation without for about a month and a half, right? I was gaming on PC with my stuff, and it was fine. You know, the Silent Hill 2, all these things, and tweaking settings and doing all that stuff and getting it. I have a 4070 Super and a 4070. But playing that on the projector as well and playing it here, the fidelity that you get was great. That's PC gaming. It's almost akin to exactly the feeling that you get with the PS5 Pro. When you play it in, I feel like, whoa, I'm getting these similar results that I was with my 4070 playing these games. Now, yeah, I had to do some tweaking and the frame rates are not as consistent. I feel like it's easier, just put on a mode and it just auto sets it and you just go and you play the game. You're not in settings and it's not changing. That's what it is. But that fidelity and performance is similar to what I was getting in the 4070. That PC game-like experience where you get the kind of best of both worlds. And yeah, it takes some time and every game is different, but this seems to be getting it right. And you see the differences there. So the thing is do you go sell? I would say it's definitely worthwhile. Look for an upgrade for your PlayStation 5 and trade that in and get a Pro. Because I want to tell you this, once you start playing on the PS5 Pro, you're not going back to the PS5. You're not gonna go back to it. Everything's gonna look. You're gonna want those frame rates, so you're gonna go performance modes, and you're gonna be, oh, it looks blurry. It looks this. It's not as sharp, and I don't think you're gonna go back. So once you start gaming on the Pro, that's why I think the best thing to do is upgrade from your PlayStation. Do exactly what Apple users do every friggin' year. I'm trading in my iPhone 15 for a 16. I'm trading in my 16 iPhone for, I'm trading in my iPad 2 for an iPad 3. I'm trading in my Samsung S21 for an S22. And just do that with your PlayStation. Either sell it to your girlfriend.
I can go directly to Blacknets.
Or your boyfriend for the same price that you bought it for. You could do that. You want to scam family members or loved ones? You could do that. Any which way to get your money? Dude, when I can't give a straight face saying that. You know? Any which way, but sell it to somebody that's a sucker. Oh shit. Oh, messy. But I don't understand that. You want to scam your family members, loved ones? I don't know. You know, Brian, I was just like, hey man, I don't know. You find, yeah, I don't know how you sell. Not even a discount. It's your girlfriend. You sell it to her for the same price that you bought it for 4 years ago?
I can go directly to Blackness.
Oh, man.
Xbox, no.
That's the ultimate Phil Ness. That's Dream Ness. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. At least a discount. I don't know. But hey, teach his own. Hey, man, I don't know. But man, I don't know. I won't put that out there. But hey, whatever your way to get money. But I'm going to tell you, once you go with the PS5 Pro and you play on it, you're probably not going to go back to playing on the PS5. So really, $50 off. $50 off at least. It's on sale, at least. Maybe a coupon. Maybe a dinner. I'll make you dinner. And it's $500. Oh. But like, yeah. See, the thing is like really trade up for it. And I think that will probably be your best bet if you want to. If that's what you, if you, and I'm going to tell you this, if you tend to play, and I know it's going to take that game, maybe the library right now. And this is, I'm going to go to my criticism now. So this is the grindhouse criticism. I still think Sony done messed up. I'm going to tell you this now. I still think Sony messed up. PlayStation messed up. I think they should have had something new. I know they're trying to use that Horizon and they have the Lego Horizons, and I think that's wonderful. Lego Horizon, it tells the story of the first game, remaster the first game or remake the first game, $10 upgrade. I see where you're going. Astrobot, wonderful. But I think they needed something new to put into that Pro, baby. They needed something like just seal that shit up, man. Like, this is what I mean. Like, you got them teetering off the edge. Like, Phil Ness doesn't have an answer. Nintendo is talking about amusement parks and Donkey Kong World. You're the only brand new show console in town with the PS5 that's selling crazy, and now you got a Pro. Man, why are you letting shit? I would have had Venom lined up with a friggin' brand new something just ready to go with the Pro, man. I would have just had a brand new, didn't have to be no fucking 20-hour goddamn epic game. Dude, a Venom 5 hours, boom. Just, man. Just kick them off. They're hanging off the cliff. Phil Ness is like,
Xbox, no.
I got nothing. I got Janky Jones, dude. All you got to do is do this. And there he goes. Oh, that's all you need to do. You just go like this. And he gone. But you keep him in the game. You let him flex Janky Jones. When you had the PS5 Pro, man, I would have had, man, the deckiness, man, I would have had shit. Venom, damn, blah. A black PS5 Pro with Venom, blah. ripping heads off, flexing the new ray trace reflection of Venom's crazy outfit, all the crazy, like, oh man, Venom in the rain. Phil Nessa standing there with Janky Jones and the Janky Punch. He's on the ropes. Phil, that's all you had to do.
Xbox, no.
But you keep him in. You let him flex Janky Jones. You got the Pro, man. You needed something new. Man, something ready to go. Stella Blade, Stella Incredible. Stella, where is it? Where's my Stella Blade? Stella Blade?
Great ass!
Incredible. But just have something to go, man. I just wish they had something brand new, like a Venom DLC, an expansion to something. I don't know. Just something new. It didn't even have to be monsters. It didn't have to be no Uncharted 5 or some shit like that. But just something. And the Spider-Man DLC lined up perfectly. The 1 year, the Venom movies coming out. How do you miss that? How do you not link that shit together, man? And that's where I feel they dropped the ball a little bit and made this not the must-have thing that you must go get. Because I think they had a brand new game flexing the Pro. It would have been definitely something that they could have really done. But I think they've done a great job. I think Horizon, the first Horizon being upgraded, I think that is a great visual. And actually what's great is that, the Lego game tells that story. So if people want to play the game, it's ready to go. And I think if you have a PS4 Pro, the PS4, just go for the Pro if you can, or just get the PS5 and move and go up. Like, there's nothing wrong with the PS5. Like I said, the Pro is not fixing anything of the PS4, PS5. It's not fixing anything. It's not like they were rolling at 900p and it's like, oh man, we needed a console to save us. This is the We Heard You console. No. That's why the PS5 is fine. The PS5 Pro is just a perk. It's a bonus. And if you need the money if it is up there, and I think it probably will go on sale right next year, maybe some money off of it, and then you could upgrade to it if you want to get a PS5 now. But yeah, don't run out and go get it. But if you have the big console, I say trade it in and get it, because you're getting a smaller PlayStation. You're getting not only you get a small PlayStation, but you're getting you're future-proofing it. Even this game looked friggin' incredible. I haven't tried it in VR yet, but man, No Man's Sky looks super sharp. Again, everything looks so clear. Everything looks just so friggin' clear. And here's the Demon Souls patch. Like, they're doing things like mirror mode, various fixed the issue with inventory corruption, fixed the PS5 Pro enhancements, material displays contact shadows for all dynamic lights, and the PSSR resolution support, upscaling to 4K 60 frames. So like, it really does do something that's there. I don't know what this was. I tried this, and he said that the PS5 Pro handles PS3 game streaming. 60 frames footage from God of War is crazy.
Even with the connection that I got, it never performed like this. It never performed like this before.
That's the other thing too. The streaming to the portal, the streaming, everything just seems faster too. Like the connection, and also because it's rendering a higher clarity video, the streaming to your portal, you get that performance, and you also get that sharpness to it. So whatever may be lost, you're actually getting a clearer picture being sent to your. Yeah, now again, it's only 1080p 60, but I feel like everything, it boots up faster. I feel like the streaming is a lot more reliant. And again, it could be just placebo, but I do feel that overall the console seems to be faster. And that's kind of my overall assessment. Like, I think that it definitely seems to be, everything seems to be faster. And I tried that little bit in Kayak, that got me sick. But that game looked absolutely incredible and clear, but I cannot ride on that boat on that stuff. But again, that's another thing that I think also too, not having a lot of PSVR 2 games supporting the Pro. So if you're trying, that's another thing. If you're trying to upgrade to the PS5 Pro for VR, this is the complete opposite of the 4. They don't have a lot of VR games that support this, like survival, like Red Matter 2, like the games that you would think, even Horizon, even the Horizon game. No, they look the same. So if you're getting this for VR 2, don't. It doesn't do that much. So that is pretty much, I think I do need a Dramamine. My God, I don't know. I took some Pepto, but I don't know if that helped. But yeah, because my stomach was like a knot. It's still kind of like hit or miss. But yeah, the games that support that look really clear, but it's only 2. Yeah, the Primal really wants me to throw up. He wants me to go to the Wipeout. Ugh, I'm getting nauseous here thinking about that. But yeah, like I feel that I do feel to trade up, but not for the VR. And I think definitely, yeah, because once you get the game on it, you're not going to go back to the Pro. Like, you're not going to go back to it. I mean, the PS5 base. You're not going to go back to it on there. But I tell you, it is really impressive. I think that it really does a great job in what it does. And like I said before, like, we weren't overpromised and underdelivered. I think they said just enough. And I think the value of it, that's why when Aaron was saying like, oh, it's going to die down. No, I think this thing's going to continue to establish value as we go forward, because I think with Sony's install base and the Pro being there, I think that they're going to definitely support it. So it's not like this kind of the lowest selling console trying to save itself, hint, the Xbox One X. It was like the low and trying to establish itself. Sony's already established. They already got a huge install base. And anybody that gets a PS5 is a potential Pro customer. So that support will definitely be there. And I think this thing is just going to keep gaining value as we go. For day one, yes, it's a lot of old games. But if games you haven't finished or games you're still in the middle of and they're patched, definitely. But also games, I just think PS4 games and games, your favorite games, Fortnites and all that other stuff, they're running great. You know, they're running great. And they're saying like, you know, you can't, and just with the sound and with the controller, the immersion and the sharpness is just at another, it's really great. I think it really does what it set out to do, and I'm happy with it. So for me, is it worth it? Hell yeah. And will I be upgrading other PlayStations to it? Probably. You know, but I'm not in a rush to do it because, you know, I got my main one. But yeah, like, will I upgrade them? Probably. Just like I did with the last generation. I started with a Pro. I got a Slim on cheap, and then I upgraded the Slim to a Pro. But I do think this is where it's going to be in the next, and I think by the end of next year at this time, and we can come back and listen to the quotes, but I'm telling you, the next year at this time, they're going to be games that you're like, oh man, definitely play this on a Pro. Because on the PlayStation, even on the Xbox, it's just fighting. And I think that's going to happen more and more, especially after next year. There's just going to be more games where it's like, dude, yeah, the Pro has like the Pro mode is the way to play this game. And that's it. And we're going to hear this a lot. Oh shit, I had super chat. I forgot. Oh man, I've been going on a thing right now. Holy crap. Sorry about that. I was just going on my my so quick here. Oh shit, I forgot. Oh, man, that's far back. Holy crap. I'm so sorry, everybody. I am so sorry. The Game Night 123 with the 5, he goes, will make you feel, as when we're talking about Janky Jones, will make you feel like the world's greatest archaeologist, proceeds to place the dragon's foot in the appropriate spot. Who knew? Whoa, mind blown. Exactly, dude. There's your over-promising and under-delivering. Like, we let the gameplay do the talking. We don't need somebody saying that this will make you feel like a great archaeologist and have generic gameplay. Sneak around, use your stuff, and there's like a glowing bat right at his feet, right behind the guy. Like, okay, can they pick up weapons? Do you just stun them with the whip? Like, you know, it's like, do you even need to do all those moves? It makes no, like, whatever. It looks so generic. Just like what Ron M with the 5 says, the combat in the Janky Jones is so generic. It looks subpar to start up a company like Shift Up. Far Out does this and this AAA. Oh, wait. Startup company like Shift Up, Far Out does this and this is AAA Microsoft Studio. This, if you remember, this was already being. This wasn't even revealed by Microsoft. This was revealed at the end of Janky Jones, like at the end of like when Bethesda was being purchased, like when we were in the middle of Ghostwire Tokyo and stuff. Disney announced this. So they were working on this thing. It's just, it was a decision not even made by Microsoft. It was a decision probably made by ZeniMax. I just feel that Microsoft didn't make it better. Like they didn't say, yo, let's make this game better. They just leave them to it. That's the problem. That's why nobody's better under all these acquisitions under Microsoft. They're not. They're just production. They're just like what Booty called them. They're production. Just pump out shit. I don't care. We'll figure it out later. As long as we got something for December. That's all I care about. We got something for December. Okay, we got something good. To linger them on until January. Let them finish out the quarter. You can't aim down sights. Exactly, Sayo. Sign my ass with the 50 Seek. He goes, I don't think it's terrible on a mechanical sense, but it's like strapping a GoPro to Lara's head in Tomb Raider. It's not going to be super cool. That's not. And I showed you the combat and what you could do in third person. You could show the wear down. You could show, like, and Ron M, thank you. The 5th super chat on a live stream. But, like, sign my ass. Like, the thing is like, you could see Indiana Jones get beat up. You could see his, you know, him, like, almost just making it and things like that. Like, there's a lot of visual cues you could do in third person and animations. And they have the third person animations there. They look janky as hell, but it's there. So why tease third person when, like, why do a first person when you're teasing third person and swinging and doing and climbing? Because they're sneaking around doing stuff, like, you know? And what's crazy is that there's not even, like, you don't even see a sense on him. Like, if somebody detects you, they got these generic question marks over the people's heads. That's what you got. It's not even like indie sense or anything like that where you kind of sense and you feel the pressure and the vibration. Like nothing innovative at all. It seems very like, yeah, oh, there it is. It's just like the only thing on the desk. It's like the gold emblem. It's like, oh, there it is. It's just so in your face and very generic. Janky Jones. Twisted Sin with the 5. He goes, fun fact, Cory Balrog worked on the Tomb Raider 2013, but left when they told him the one-take shot for the whole game wouldn't be possible. Oh, yeah, I remember that. And then he wound up doing that for God of War, the one-take shot. Never stopping it. And Daily Panty Lines. Oh, man, with the 2. He goes, Uncharted 4 looks extra crispy. I love it. Oh, I got to try Uncharted 4. Thank you. I caught up with all the super chats. And we did hit our goal, so we'll listen to a brand new song, hot off the presses, of Janky Jones and the Great Ace. You can feel it. Yeah, so listen, I really think that you know, I just feel that they have not done a good job with that game. We'll see what it comes out. But the Pro, I tell you again, it's not this over promising and under delivering. It does what it does, and you have to see value in it. If you're like, it doesn't look sharp, or I don't care, it does not a big deal, then yeah, then it's not for you right now. So you wait. But I do think those games are going to come out that you're going to want to play. And when we see the modes and we go through the digital foundries and the gameplays and things like that, and we're going to see, and it's going to be like, oh, yeah, well, you know what? This runs it. Oh, it's fighting for its life on the S. And you know, the X does it all right without trees. And then the PlayStation, yeah, it's doing it all right, but it's not steady. And we're going to start hearing more of that by the end of next year, I think. You know, and I think the Pro is going to be kind of, as these games get more and more advanced, because you got to remember now, there's less and less cross-gen games now. They're fully being implemented in the new generation, and now they're going to start pushing it. And they're going to start doing extra things. And even put them on PC. Now the new memory, the new graphics cards are going to come out. So all that stuff as well. But it's an option. And it's an option for somebody that has it. And that's it. It's not a necessity. It's not fixing anything. It's not like, oh my God, PlayStation, don't even try their games on PlayStation 5. No, they're fine. They're not running at like, oh, 900p and this and that. Like the X saves the S, because the S, as you're already seeing, is fighting for its life right now. Some games work on it. The games just don't have performance modes. They're skipping things. So, you know, the X is kind of like the fail-safe to the S. The problem is that because of the X is really not able to do anything. And Microsoft is not really flexing their ownership and partnership with all these first-party studios to really demonstrate the capabilities of their platform. They never did. And it was all a bunch of hot smoke up their ass. And Sony, on the other hand, has done that. Sony has shown, hey, this is why we made this, to merge performance and fidelity modes, and that's what we did. Now, whatever other benefits, the PSSR and upgrading upgrading PS4 games and all this other stuff, yeah, we'll you know, it does that too. But we're not going to really, that's not the purpose. It's the better ray tracing, the AI upscaling, which they said is just as good. They're comparing it to DLSS, which is great. And to have that, and I really think that that is the future of having that AI learning and that AI stuff built into it and seeing the results. I think that it's going to be exciting for games going forward, and maybe even for the PS6. But, you know, Xbox machine learning and all this other stuff, like all these things were never shown off as things in their games. And then you look at, you know, come on, 4 years in, we're looking at Janky Jones like come on, like this. This is what you got with them, like this is what you're doing here. 4 years in. You know, Astrobot was more innovative with more immersion and things like that. This is what you got. Watch your step, pal. This is what the Series X, the most powerful console.
Step, pal.
Or overpower your enemies.
And that's Professor to you.
I don't get it. Games look like it was made for like a cross-gen game. And they're excited for it. But grinders, I got through the show. Stomach's still a little nuts. Hopefully I didn't get, I don't know. We will see, but hit that like button. I appreciate all the super chats and the interactions in the chat. Janky Punch. I was a little out of it today, but we got through the show. But I'm definitely going to play the song that you earned with the super chats. So hit that like button and let's see how it sounds. I'll be hearing it for the first time as well. I got the lyrics, but we'll see what the sound like. Here we go.
Janky Jones got a crooked smile, great ass dancing all the while. In the back streets, no denial, swinging hard with a rough trial. Janky throws a janky punch, great ass breaks it with a crunch. In the alley, feeling lunch, swagger makes the fools just a bunch. Janky Jones on a wild ride, great ass swerving side by side, knocking down walls with some pride. In the city they can't hide. Janky's fists, they take no rest. Great ass runs with flaming zest. In the chaos they're the best, living life without a vest. No control, they're flying high, taking risks beneath the sky. Every moment on the fly, laugh aloud, they never cry. never cry. Janky Jones on a wild ride. They are swerving side by side, knocking down walls with some pride. In the city they can't hide.
Virgin Seed. Hit that like grinders. Let's go.
Janky Jones got a crooked smile, great ass dancing all the while. In the back streets, no denial, swinging hard with a rough trial. Janky throws a janky punch, great ass breaks it with a crunch. In the alley, feeling lunch, swagger makes the fools just bunch. Janky Jones on a wild ride, great ass swerving side by side, knocking down walls with some pride. In the city, they can't hide. Janky's fists, they take no rest, great ass runs with flame and zest. In the chaos, they're the best, living life without a vest. No control, they're flying high, taking risks beneath the sky. Every moment on the fly, laughing loud, they never cry. Janky Jones on a wild ride, great ass swerving side by side, knocking down walls with some pride. In the city they can't hide. Janky throws a janky punch, great ass breaks it with a crunch. In the alley, feeling lunch, swagger makes the fools just bunch. Janky Jones on a wild ride, great ass swerving side by side,